This Is the Modern World is the second album released by The Jam. It was the follow-up to their massively successful debut In the City. It was during this time that lead singer, songwriter, guitarist Paul Weller started encountering serious writer's block and skepticism about even writing at all. While still writing pretty much all of the songs, most of the responsibility was put upon bassist Bruce Foxton. Foxton got them over the hump writing a couple of tracks on This Is the Modern World. It is considered the weakest point in the Jam's 6-album discography. Is it as bad as everyone says? We start off with the track The Modern World. It has a fantastic punk riff. Weller comes out of the gate swinging with some vitriolic wordplay. The band, always considered one of the best power trios in history, play like their life is on the line. It is an extraordinary song and is generally considered the highlight of the album. I'd be hard-pressed to disagree. Next, we have the track London Traffic, a really quick, punky story song about life in London. It's a solid song, not bad by any means. Next, we have the track Standards. Here is where the Who influence really creeps in. The band make absolutely no qualms about their love of the Who, and it really shows on this song. Weller's Rickenbacker 330 rings out power chords that would make Pete Townshend proud. The main riff is amazing, one of my favorites on the album for sure. Next we have the track Life from a Window. We begin with an acoustic build-up, followed by an acoustic stomper of sorts. A guitar rings out chords over the top, another song about life in England during the 1970s. It's a pretty good song. Next we have the track The Combine. The band really sound together on this track. The bass and drums interlock behind Weller's punky guitar goodness. A touch of that British invasion influence creeps back in there as well. It's a short song, it's okay, it's harmless. Next we have the track Don't Tell Them You're Sane. A Bruce Foxton composition, the chord progression is almost a precursor to the News of the World single that would be released 5 months later. It's got a groove and is on the punkier spectrum of the Jam. Actually, a really good song overall. Next, we have the track In the Street Today. This song is an amazing 1 minute and 31 seconds long. It is the hookiest song on the album as well as the shortest. This song is among the catchiest in their discography. Rick Buckler's drums carry the song nicely and give it a punky aspect. Next, we have the track London Girl. The chord progression is kind of a throwback to their previous album and probably would have been at home on that album as well. Weller's lyrics are still solid, even though it was to become apparent that his ideas were starting to dive a bit. I really like the song, though. Next, we have the track I Need You for Someone, another Who-style song complete with oohs and ringing guitar build-up. The song swings like 1965, even though it's 1977. Foxton's playing really gets showcased playing some killer bass in the background. It's another good song. Next, we have the track Here Comes the Weekend. Some Townshend-style guitar rings forth with abandon. I absolutely love the guitar sound on this track. A tad weak on the lyric front, but the music more than makes up for it. Another really good song. Next, we have the track Tonight at Noon. A delayed guitar and some random voices fade in on this song. A drum build-up leads to interplay with the bass that carries the groove to the track. Weller plays a bit more subdued on this track, but the quiet ringing guitar gives the rhythm section a showcase. Another great song. Finally, we have the track In the Midnight Hour. This is a Wilson Pickett cover. Paul Weller never shied away from his love of old school R&B and does it proud here. The band heavy the track up and make it swing with swagger. The energy level of the band on the track is really high. It's a really quick cover. It's in and out and leave you going, what the fuck was that? It was fucking amazing. A great closer. This Is the Modern World is seen as the whipping boy of the Jam's albums, and I don't understand why. The other 5 albums they released are classics without a doubt, but this one is still memorable. The hooks were there, the energy was there, and the music was there. Yeah, Weller's lyrics were getting a little weaker, but he was a stronger songwriter than 99% of the frontmen around that time. However, it was critical backlash from the album that inspired Weller to go back to the drawing board, change around his songwriting process, and write the masterpiece that is the follow-up, All Mod Cons. If you're a casual fan of the Jam, I think you could still take something away from this. If you're a hardcore fan like myself, then you probably agree like me that the Jam are one of those bands that come really close to never hitting a bad note. This album was the closest they would ever get to being weak, and they would never make that mistake again.